Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I have already shown you how to design this all donor detail form. Here you can see this. When I click on this, all the details of the donor is visible, and here you can see this. This close button is working. So everything, backend coding and everything I have shown in the previous video. So if you have not watched my previous video, then just go to description. There I have put the link for the previous video, or you can just click on the suggestion on the right side of the screen. Okay. So in this video, I am going to show you how to search blood donor by location. Here you can see this location city, and here you can see this US. So either I can write Patna. Here you can see this. When I write Patna, two users from the Patna is visible. You can search by city or you can search by address as well. So when I write US, there is only one person, that is Alok from the US. Here you can see this. It's from the second column. So in this way. So I'm going to show you this. So let me close this and let me move back to our form. That is, we are working with blood bank video. Here you can see this. So let me first thing what we have to do is we have to add new form to our project. Okay, so for that what we have to do is just go to Solution Explorer and right click on this and click on add, and after that you have to select this Windows form. When I click on this, this will open a dialog like this. Here you have to write the name which you want to give to your form. Okay, so I'm going to write search blood donor address and click on add, and this will add a form. So first thing what I want is the size of this form needs to be same as our previous project. So I'm going to just copy the size of that. Let me just close this. Just click on this. Let me just make this large. Size here you can see this 720, 533. So move back to our complete project. Just go to properties and there you have to put the size. Here you will find this and hit enter. After this we have to remove this border. So we have to do that. Border style, search for border form border style actually. So form border style, here you can see this set to none. Okay, so now it's looking nice. After this we have to set the image into the background. So I have already provided the link of images and icon I'm using in this project in the description. You can just go and download it from there. So let me set the background image. Here you can see this background image. Just click on this and select local resources and click on import. It will open your local computer directory. From there you can explore to the position or location where you have put your all your icons. Okay, so here I have the icon, so I'm going to use this, open and OK. After this, change this background image layout style from tile to stretch. Okay, after this, here you can observe this. What we have is one label, and this one is the second label, text box. This one is data grid view and two buttons. So I'm going to add these all stuff one by one. So let me move back to our project, and here we have to add first thing is nothing but label. So let me add few labels first. So first label, just copy and paste to replicate. Second label, and after that what we have is one text box. So search for text box, drag and drop with this text box over here, and after this we have one data grid view. So let me just drag and drop this data grid view over here, and let me make this large like this. And after this what we have is two buttons. So let me just drag and drop buttons over here, just copy and paste to replicate, and like this. After this, here you can observe one small stuff, that here is a line. You can observe this. So I'm going to put the line in this. So for that you have to search for line shaper shape and just drag and drop it. Here you can see this. Let me just make this line straight, do like I'm doing. Here you can see this. Now it's looking nice. So we have to make this one a little bit large. Just stretch it and it will increase its size by itself. And after that we have to change the color of this one. So just go and click on this border color and custom, and it's going to be like this. Okay, So now it's looking nice. In the same way, we have to keep this on the three places. So copy and paste. And again, what we have to do is we have to place it on the right position like this. So we will adjust the position later, so not to worry about that. So like this. I'm going to put in. Finally, we have these three. Okay, so let me make this a little bit more darker so that it look nice. Custom like this. Okay, so now it's looking nice. After this, first thing what we have to do is we have to change the text for this label. Just go to properties and find for text. Here you can see this, and in this we have to write nothing but search in the capital letter. Search blood donor and in bracket by address and hit enter. Here you can see this. You can observe we have some background of this label, so we have to remove that. We have to make that transparent. So you can see this back color. Search for back color in the properties of that label, and after that select this one. Click on web. Here you will find the transparent on the first location. Click on that, and here you observe that now it's normal. Okay, so we have to change this font. So I'm going to copy the font of this one, and I'm going to actually copy the size of this font as well. So Fusion 1, here you can see this. Okay, so I have clicked on this small dot so that it will show me the font. Here you can see this Fusion 1. I'm going to copy this. You can manually write this and bold, and it's of 20 size. So moving back to our project, click on this and a small dot, and after that paste Fusion 1. You can manually write, just select this bold and size is nothing but 20 and hit OK. So here you can see this. Now we have this on the right place. After this, we have to remove this one too. So the back color, first thing I'm going to remove this background color. So select web and transparent, and after this change the text to address, and after this I'm going to set a image into this. So I'm going to set this search for image. Click on this, and it's by address. So I'm going to use the address icon, location this one, and click OK. And OK, here you can see this. Now I'm going to click on this image align to left side, and after this what we have to do is we have to align the text. Here you can see this text alignment to right center. This one you have to select this box, middle right. Okay, and after this you have to change one property, that is auto size from true to false, and after this you can increase the size of this, and you have to do this stuff like this. Here you can see this. Now it's looking nice. Okay, I'm going to increase the size of this font size of this label. So I'm going to increase it to 12 and bold as well. So hit OK. Okay, so 12 is quite large, and I'm going to decrease the size. Okay, so regular. Okay, so now it's looking nice like this one. Okay, after this what we have to do is we have to increase the font size of this one too. Now it's looking better than before. I'm going to increase the size of this text box as well. So I'm going to click on this, select the text box, and after that select 12 and hit OK. So now this text box size will be increased, and after this we have to change the buttons as well. So first thing what we have to do is we have to change the button name from this one to print actually, and this one to close. So just type close and hit enter. After this what we have to do is we have to set icons into this. So I'm going to set the image. Here you can see this image. Just click on this local resources, import, and in this you have to search for this one, print, and open and OK. Change this image line from middle to left side, middle left actually, and let me just make this one a little bit large like this, and change this text alignment from middle center to middle right. like this. And after this you can make this button small little bit, and after that change the flat style from standard to pop-up. And after this what we have to do is we have to change this back color from controller to transparent, and finally we have to do one more stuff, that is increase the font size to bold 10 and hit OK like this. So you can see this, now it's looking nice. And in the same way we have to do for this one too. So we have to change the text alignment from middle center to middle right, and after this change the font bold 10, OK, and flat style from standard to pop-up. Background color, just select web and transparent, and after this you have to set the image. So click on image, click on this local resources, click on import, and you have to just select the close where it is exit application. I'm going to use this and hit OK. Change this image align from middle center to left. Now it's looking nice. Here you can see this. So first thing what we have to do is we have to change the design name of this text box. So I'm going to right click on this, change this one to txt address, and this one let me just leave this data gateway 1, and this one to btn print, and this one to btn close. So first thing I'm going to code for this button. So just double click on this and this will generate a button click event, and here I'm going to do one thing, that is this dot close, and this will close the application. Now our form is ready. Now I'm going to attach this form with our dashboard. So before that I'm going to change one property of this form, that is start position. Here we'll find this start position. I'm going to change this one from Windows default location to center screen, so that whenever I open this form this will open in the center of the screen. So I'm going to open the dashboard now. So here this is the dashboard. Just double click on this and we have to connect this with this location. So just double click on this and this will open a generate a click event for that. And after this you have to create an object. So search blood donor address. So SBA equals new search blood donor, like this. So we have created the object of that form, and after this what we have to do is we have to write SBA dot show, and just like this. Now let me start this and check if it's working properly or not. So I have started the project. It will take a little bit of time. Here you can see this. Now I'm going to click on location, and here you can see this search blood donor. So here you can see this. First thing what I need is, when this form load, this data grid view needs to be filled with the data. So I'm going to do that. First thing is that, so let me just close this dashboard and this one too. Okay, so here you can see this. So first thing what we have to do is, on the load event I want to this form needs to be filled with the data. So just double click on this form on the empty space, so that click event will be generated. Load event will be generated. Here you can see this form load event is now generated. And after this what we have to do is we have to write the query. Okay, so let me just write string query equals, and which query we want to write is, I want all the data from the new donor table. Okay, so select star from, and my table name is new donor. I have already explained you that. Like this we have to write this. So you can see this. Now our query is ready. So now what we have to do is we have to call a method. So calling a method, first what we need is we need an object for that. Function fn equals new function. Why I have created this? Because in the function table, function is a class. Here you can say this. I have already explained you that. I've created a function class. In this I have created the connection and two methods, that is get data and set data. So here in the get data it accept one argument, that is query, and this will return a data set. So what it will do is, when you pass the query inside this, it will query that from the database after establishing the connection, and it will return the data which this method fetch from the database. So I've created that, and with this, here you can see this, that method is going to return a data set. So I'm going to create a data set object. So data set ds equals, and using this function object fn dot, I'm going to call get data, and inside this we have to pass the query like this. When you write this data set, this ds will be filled with the data which is being revert back, which is being returned from this method get data. And now finally what we have to do is we have to set this data to this data grid view. So I'm going to do that. For that, data grid view, this is the design name of that data grid view, dot data source and equals ds dot tables, and with this 0. And now when I start this, and when I click on this, you will find that this is filled with the data. Here you can see this. Now what we have to do is we have to code for this one, print, and we have to code for this text change of this text box, and for this we have already coded that, so close and close this one too. And after this what we have to do is we have to code on this text change event. So let me close this. So let me make this little bit small and move this little bit downside so that it look nice and little spacious. Okay, so we have to code on the text change event of this text box. So right click, go to properties, select this event. Here you will find this text change. Just double click on this and it will generate a txt address text change event. Here what we want is, when this text box is filled with some data, we have to fetch that data from this database actually. So we have to write the query. First we have to check that txt address, that is textbox.text, is not equal to null. First thing I want to check that. And after this what we have to do is we have to write the query. So string query equals, and in this what we have to do is we have to select star from new donor, that is our table name, where city like, I hope you know what is like. If don't, then don't worry, I'm going to explain you everything. Like, and we have to take the text, we have to concatenate that text box with this. So txt address dot text, and we have to put here percent, or we are going to compare, we are going to filter the data on the basis of city as well as address. So anything match in the city column or in the address column, the data, all the data will be shown in the data grid view. So I'm going to check for 2, so I'm going to use this OR because we are going to check the 2 conditions. So address like, again we have to write this plus plus, and this what we have to write is txt address dot text, and here we have to write percent like this. So here what will it actually do it, select a star from new donor. So it will select all the records from new donor where city like means the matching character. Suppose I am going to write SA and after that percent, then what it means is in the city if there is SA or something like suppose in city I have written over there Bangalore or Patna, then if I write PA, so after that TANA, it will percent, it means that anything after that character will be matched. Okay, so in the same way it will do for the address. So this city is the column name, and this address, actually it's T address in my column name in the database. Okay, now our query is ready. Now what we have to do is we have to create a data set object, because we have to call the function. So function dot get data, and in this you have to pass the query like this. And finally, when we have the value matching value with this query, we have to set that value to data grid view 1. So data grid view 1 dot data source equals ds dot tables, and in this 0. And now let me start this and let me just execute this, it's working correctly or not. So just click on location. Here you can see this. I'm going to write Patna. Here you can see this. Now it's working fine. So here you can see this. You can observe one drawback is that when I clear this text box, I need all the data needs to be visible over here. So how to do that? For that, let me just close this and move back to our code. So here you can see this. We have code only when this text box is not empty. We have to code for the text box. What we have to do when this text box is empty. If, and I have just put else condition, it means that if condition will be executed when it is not empty, and else will be executed when it's empty. So here what we have to do is we have to just write the query. So when it's empty, we need all the data. So select star from the table name, that is new donor, and we have to get this data set ds equals function dot get data, and here you have to pass the query, and finally we have to set that into the data grid view 1. So data source equals ds dot tables, and we have to write this 0 like this, and just start this. Here you can see this. When I click on this, and here you can write something, and when I clear this, now this all the data is visible into this data grid. So now we have left with one step, that is print. So in previous video I have already shown you how to code for that. So I'm just going to copy and paste that code, not to worry about that. First thing what we have to do is just go to toolbox and search for print. Here you can find this print document, just drag and drop it over here, and after this what we have to do is we have to copy that code. So let me just, here you can see this all donor detail in print button. Here you can see this. We have to just copy this line of stuff and just move back, and you have to write, just double click on this to generate a click event, and also we have to do one small stuff that is nothing but, here you can see this, just double click on this, it will also generate a event, and here you have to just paste it from the previous one. So after this what we have to do is we have to just move back to our all donor detail, and we have to just copy this and move back, and we have to just paste it over here, and now we are ready. So just start this and let's see if it's working or not. Just go to print, go to search blood by donor and click on print. Okay, printing one document. So now it's working. So that's it for this video, guys. So thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon, and just stay tuned for more videos, and just keep supporting and keep loving us. Thanks for watching.